Somewhere beyond the last road, past the final tree line where the ground hasn't thawed in 60 million years, there is a place no map dares name. We call it the Forbidden Fortress. And before we're done, it will exist completely invisible beneath one of the most hostile landscapes on Earth. Before a single tool touches the ground, we have to understand what we're dealing with. This isn't regular frozen ground. This is Jurassic permafrost, ancient, compressed, and absolutely unforgiving. The terrain sits at roughly minus 30 Celsius in winter, with a wind chill that drops it closer to minus 50. The permafrost layer here extends over 300 meters deep. That means the ground beneath our feet hasn't seen liquid water since dinosaurs walked the Earth. And that's not a problem, that's a feature. Cold, dense permafrost is one of nature's most perfect building materials. Structurally rigid, naturally insulating, and completely free. The plan is simple. Don't fight the ice. Become part of it. The site selection required 4 conditions to be met simultaneously. Flat enough to work on, remote enough to remain hidden, deep enough to insulate, and geologically stable enough that the whole structure doesn't collapse while we sleep inside it. We found all 4. Let's get to work. The Forbidden Fortress isn't just a hole in the ground. It's a fully engineered subterranean system. Modular, self-sustaining, and designed to vanish from the surface entirely. The first element is the entry shaft, a vertical tunnel reinforced with timber and compacted ice blocks, descending 4 meters below the surface. This is the transition zone between the brutal world above and the controlled world below. A double-door system built from insulated pine panels prevents wind and temperature swings from destabilizing the interior environment. Below that sits the main chamber, the heart of everything. A vaulted room carved directly into the permafrost, roughly 6 by 4 meters, with walls smoothed to encourage natural ice bonding. The ceiling is arched, not flat. Flat ceilings crack under load. Arches distribute weight outward and downward. The Romans figured that out 2,000 years ago, and frozen ground hasn't changed the physics since. Connected to the main chamber is a lateral utility tunnel leading to a secondary storage room and a ventilation alcove, the place where tools, supplies, and systems live, kept separate from the main working and resting area for both safety and order. The entire structure requires zero electricity to stay cold. The Earth handles that. What power is needed covers lighting, ventilation, communication equipment, and a small heating element for the human comfort zone. Because surviving is important, but actually functioning matters more. Day 1, the ground is iron. Breaking through the active zone, the surface layer that partially thaws each summer and offers no structural reliability, requires a thermal lance. It goes fast. Below that is pure ancient permafrost, dense as concrete, but carvable with patience and the right tools. From that point, everything is done by hand. Picks, ice chisels, and specialized snow saws take over. Power tools risk fracturing the wall structure unpredictably. Slow and deliberate wins here. Every cubic meter of ice and frozen earth removed is hauled to the surface and dispersed far from the site, so no visible mound gives away the location. The operation leaves no surface footprint whatsoever. By day 3, the shaft reaches 4 meters down, and the temperature inside has already stabilized at minus 12. 20 degrees warmer than the surface without any artificial heat source. The permafrost is doing exactly what the design accounted for. The main chamber excavation is the most demanding phase. Wall finishing is done by pressing heated metal plates against the carved surface, fusing the outer layer into a smooth, strengthened shell that resists crumbling and bonds over time. The arch above the main chamber is formed using a temporary timber frame, packed with compacted ice blocks, and left untouched for 48 hours to cure into a single unified structure. Ventilation comes through 2 angled pipes emerging at the surface, disguised within natural rock formations nearby. No fans, no mechanical systems. Cold air sinks, stale air rises, and the system regulates itself entirely through passive airflow. On day 7, it's operational. Inside, the temperature holds steadily between minus 8 and minus 5 Celsius. Cold enough to preserve food and supplies indefinitely, warm enough that a properly layered person can work, eat, and rest without risk. The walls serve double duty as storage, with carved alcoves holding gear, food containers, and tools. The floor is layered, compacted earth at the base, timber slats above it, and an insulating pad on top. No moisture intrudes, no condensation forms on the walls because the ice surface stays below the dew point of the interior air. Lighting runs from LED strips connected to a small battery bank, recharged by a compact solar panel hidden within a natural ridgeline at the surface above. From above, the tundra looks exactly as it always has, featureless, silent, wind pushing snow across the open plain. No trail, no mound, no trace of what lies beneath. The Forbidden Fortress is invisible to the world, not because it hides from it, but because it became part of it. There's something humans have always understood, even before the words for architecture or engineering existed. The Earth protects those willing to go into it. This structure isn't built against the Jurassic tundra, it's built with it, and it will outlast everything above.